But anyway, I was saying, I don't know, was it over the limit? I felt like a lot of this feud was very well written, except for this match. I didn't like how this match was booked. And this was a tough spot too. And Cole and King were just talking about it, and it was good that they noted it. Orton had a real-life concussion going into this match, and he might not have been 100% going in. I'm not sure I mean, even in the last 4 years, WWE's changed a lot. It's gotten even stricter on concussions. Hell, he might not have competed in this match just had it not been a title match. I'm not entirely sure how he got injured. Because it wasn't... Yeah, it wasn't in the week leading up to this, because he was already bothered at the Go Home show on Raw. I believe the Go Home show was like it was super Raw or some bullshit. I'm pretty sure it was 3 hours long. And Stone Cold was actually like hosting or something, I think. Or I could be getting these dates wrong. All I remember is it had to have been on Raw. There was a segment where Orton was charged with doing a promo in the middle of the ring, and Christian was on the Titantron, I believe. And there was a lot of fuss made afterwards that it was really hard on Orton, that the lights were really bothering him. He was having trouble remembering lines for it, all because of the concussion symptoms. But that's what I remember going into this. So there's no way he got hurt during that week of Raw and SmackDown. So he either took a nasty bump in the previous weekend's house shows, or, as much as I hate to say it, it could have been Christian's fault. I believe on the SmackDown, 2 SmackDowns prior to the pay-per-view, is they showed it in that video package. There's that episode where I think Christian stole Orton's wallet or some shit and was spending his money at a casino. I don't know where they were. I guess they were probably in like Atlantic City, maybe. Near there. He does that, and then he comes back, and Orton was in the main event match against, I don't know, Sheamus or someone. Mark Henry, maybe. Kane, who knows. And that was the one where Christian hit him from behind with the world title in the head. That didn't look like too bad of a shot, though, so I don't want to say that was it. My guess is he probably got hurt during the house show. And this was definitely Orton's first match back after the concussion, because as recently as the night before this pay-per-view, they were... I can't remember where they were. New Jersey, maybe? Yeah, I want to say they were in New Jersey. At least the SmackDown tour was. And the main event was Christian versus Daniel Bryan. I said that awkwardly because I had to remember that this is before Daniel Bryan had even won Money in the Bank. So, pretty cool that they were giving Bryan that babyface spot on the SmackDown tour.
And from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 245 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, Randy.
So whether Orton was 100% or not, I don't know. Maybe he had already passed the test. It definitely felt risky because it feels like since 2011 we've seen a lot more precaution. We saw Ziggler in 2013 when he was world champion. He got his concussion. They kept him out for a long time. He wasn't coming back in like 2 weeks. That shit wasn't going to happen. So the fact that Orton was back in maybe 7 or 8 days, maybe at most it could have been 10 or 11. It's definitely impressive. Maybe a little dangerous. And they did a good job of working this match off of that concussion too. I don't think they don't do any of it in the showcase, unfortunately. But in the actual match, there was a lot of selling by Orton for concussion symptoms. At least it looked like selling. I don't think it was. Don't think it was too legit.
Most of those take place at WWE pay-per-view events.
You know, you're right, King. Since WWE brought
Damn,
the World
got
title
me.
back in 2002, it has changed hands.
Hate these
WWE
chain grapples.
pay-per-view on more than 20 occasions.
No, I'm always getting better.
Both of these men are students of this business, and I know they both know that statistic.
And for this title bout, it's something Christian will use to give him added confidence, and Randy Orton will use for added motivation.
Oh, cool counter.
And Christian reverses it.
Yeah, it's good because that could have been bad for Christian.
Like I was saying about how the match was ultimately finished. You know, spoiler alert: Orton's gonna win this match somewhat clean. There's a little bit of controversy at the end.
And did you hear the impact on that kick?
But I always felt like Christian should have won this match because Orton winning this, even under slightly controversial terms, they were terms that the audience really didn't care about. They didn't feel were legitimate enough to actually warrant another rematch for Christian, which is, I don't know. I don't want to complain about that too much because that was part of Christian's gimmick at the time, was getting things that he probably didn't deserve. That was the whole one more match idea, is that he was getting too many opportunities. I just thought from a storyline standpoint, it would have made a lot more sense to have Christian win this match dirty, via pinfall, but, you know, cheat in some way. I don't care if it's a low blow, referee getting knocked down, using a weapon, some shit. Because as great as all these matches were, it became really apparent after this pay-per-view that the rivalry was dragging on a little too much because nothing was changing. Going into the build-up at Money in the Bank, there was a lot of lost interest, in at least from the crowds, from live crowds. It didn't feel the same. And unfortunately for Orton and Christian, they also had a lot of competition going into Money in the Bank. Because these last two pay-per-views, Orton and Christian were clearly the better matches. I believe, and I'm not making this shit up, WWE used to run these polls on, I think, Facebook. And each time there was always like what over-the-limit match are you most looking forward to? What capital punishment match are you most looking forward to? And Orton and Christian won both of those votes handily over Cena, who was WWE champion at the time. Cena defended against Miz at Over the Limit. This match, at this pay-per-view, he had the Little Jimmy match with R-Truth, if anyone remembers that shit. Great heel character was R-Truth, but unfortunately that match was not good and people weren't looking forward to it. Get back in the ring. Anyway, a lot of people were looking forward to this match.
I think Randy Orton knows he has to end this early, and that the longer it goes, it doesn't necessarily bode well for him.
Yeah, to me, Randy has to end this.
Get off the turnbuckle, Orton.
I don't know if Randy Orton is himself at this moment, but he knows he has to end this soon if he wants to leave our nation's capital, the World Heavyweight Champion.
Uh-oh, trying to put him away.
But yeah, like I was saying, the Money in the Bank build-up, they had a lot of competition. Not only was the feud getting a little stale, but that legendary Cena CM Punk feud had started. Good spot. Surprised it took them like 3 matches to think of that spot.
Christian thought he had him there.
Again, a very frustrated Christian.
Got to be wondering what it
Then
takes
go for another
to
spear.
beat Randy Orton, or maybe he's wondering if he can beat Randy Orton. Look out!
Went for the spear. Orton up over the top, went for the RKO, and Christian with a counter. Spear!
Not a great spear, by the way.
He's got him covered.
Yeah, bear the fuck out of it. Just kick out before it count on 1.
He was going to come to capital punishment to defend the championship with
or without medical clearance.
Well, I think Randy remembered what happened when a man both he and Christian know very well was forced to forfeit the world title due to injury. And that's Edge.
Yeah, and as many will remember, Edge was forced to relinquish the World Heavyweight Championship in 2007 due to injury.
Yeah, well, that was a piece of history that Randy did not want to be responsible for repeating, concussion or not.
Pretty accurate. I've seen Orton use the superplex.
Championship match.
I don't know why it's taking so long to do critical damage. Right, there we go.
If he can't battle through this, we could be looking at Christian's last world title bout against the Viper.
I think the question is Randy Orton
fucking counter.
Oh man, what a match this has been. I think somewhere there's a man named Edge who's watching these proceedings here tonight.
Sunset flip. That kind of takes out the fucking drama. That's the move I'm supposed to be countering in the next cutscene. Oh, there we go.
Ooh, into the turnbuckle.
Christian, great move. Now Christian gonna go up top.
This is accurate as well.
Flying. Oh,
They've done this spot multiple times since, too. And here's the controversy.
Here's the cover, hook of the leg, and this one's over. Randy Orton picks up the victory.
Here is your winner and still the World Heavyweight Champion, Randy.
Couldn't tell Christian's left foot was under the rope. Left arm might have been, too.